Archived Donald Trump videos are making the rounds today that completely destroy the distance he's trying to create between himself and Jeffrey Epstein in the court of public opinion, and I have a breakdown of every damning Donald detail coming up next in something I like to call
Trending.
This first trending video is Trump adjacent. It exposes how his propaganda channel Fox News mishandled the Epstein scandal. It came to my attention via a post by Decoding Fox News. It's an 18-part thread that says, among other things, search through 3.5 years of clips about Jeffrey Epstein. The network largely ignored the scandal. The folks at Fox News seem confused about how to talk about it now.
It's like answering, when did you know Epstein was a pedophile? Oh, on my fourth trip.
So there's been a lot of leaking from the DOJ recently, but somehow the Justice Department has not leaked anything really about Jeffrey Epstein, including his client list. Why is that?
Caution everybody that this is not the black book.
Right.
The black book is now in the possession of the Department of Justice. And when I hear Ghislaine Maxwell say, you know, for all this, the only person who's in jail is a female, my response to her would be, you had the black book. You could have cut a deal.
We deserve to see the Epstein materials.
Jeffrey Epstein was just running an orphanage on that island.
So that was Fox stumbling and fumbling over the Epstein story because it's so damaging to the man they serve, Donald Trump. And now buckle up for two videos that will never appear on the network because they drive stakes through his creepy soul. This first one appeared via Midas Touch with the post, unearthed footage shows Trump bragging about hiring a teenage girl because she was so pretty.
My name is Juliet. I have a question. My question is, how many jets do you have and how would I apply to be a flight attendant?
I think she's hired. You're hired. Now, I had a case, it was very interesting. A beautiful girl who was 17 or 18 applied to be a waitress. She's so beautiful. She's like a world-class beauty, like the young lady who just asked the question about the actress. She's so beautiful. And my people came, she said, well, Mr. Trump, she has no experience. So I interviewed her anyway, because she was so pretty. And I said, let me ask you, do you have any experience? She goes, no, sir. I said, when can you start? You can work at my plant anytime. Yeah. See, now, she worked at my plant. That's like a death wish for me, right? That's like an alcoholic. I have many friends that are wonderful people. They're alcoholics. You put scotch in front of them. It's like, this would be my form of alcoholism. Okay, yes, ma'am.
But wait, there's more damning archived footage of our commander-in-chief of creepiness. This David Letterman interview reveals his casual thoughts about a certain kind of assault while discussing Mike Tyson and the role of his accuser.
I unloaded the wife.
That ought to cost you a couple extra million right there. Speaking of fights, explain to me now what you were thinking about the Mike Tyson situation. Shortly after the verdict was announced that he had been convicted, he was guilty of the crime, you had a plan. Now, what were you thinking
What
there?
was I thinking?
Yeah.
I was thinking that as soon as he gets out, he's going to fight at my casinos.
Yeah, but you can't buy your way through...
Of course, I'm only kidding when I say that, folks.
I wish I could say that.
Mike Tyson was greeted at his door at 1 o'clock in the morning by a woman. He then...
Well, we don't need to go through the case again.
But it's ridiculous. The woman was dancing at 8 o'clock, and this guy's in jail for 6 years. I don't understand it. I think it's wrong. I think
but due process of law prevailed. So
I think he had one of the worst defense lawyers I've ever seen. This was the worst defense. I mean, their defense essentially was that anybody that goes out with Mike Tyson knows she's going to be raped, and therefore Mike Tyson... This is his defense. I think it was a horrible job they did in defending him.
Everything you say may be true, right. but still in all, you can't come in and say, okay, let's put the decision of the court aside. Here, I have a plan.
I never said that.
I think that was the impression people had of that.
What I said really is that Mike Tyson should fight. Mike Tyson should supply millions and millions and millions of dollars to rape victims, and I think that's a hell of a lot better than him sitting in a jailhouse for 6 years. Now, Let him do some time. Let him do some this. But this man could supply $30 million just from one fight. And that solves a lot more problems than keeping him locked up in solitary confinement doing nothing. I think that Mike Tyson had a horrible defense. I think he had a horrible
but
defense
again, what
lawyer.
you're saying is that celebrities maybe should be treated differently than lay people.
And I say Mike should serve some time and everything else. But to keep a man, here's a woman that was dancing at his door at 1 o'clock in the morning dancing.
We don't need to get into this. We don't need to get into this.
But that's an important thing.
Hey, don't get me hot, okay?
So let's review. Trump blamed the woman after all she was dancing, which he said twice. He said Mike deserved prison, but then blamed his lawyer twice for not getting him off, signaling that he thinks celebrities should be excluded from common norms and justice. He wasn't just talking about Tyson, he was talking about himself, and now we can say his future self. Every time Donald Trump opens his mouth, or opened his mouth, he's not just revealing his worldview, he's confessing his feelings of entitlement and his above-the-law attitude. These aren't just offhand comments, they're windows into a man who has never thought the rules applied to him or his powerful friends when it comes to young women. And now, through a similar but different lens, those words are coming back to haunt him. Trump spent years trying to spin, distract, and distance himself from Epstein, but these videos continue to pull the mask off and reveal who he's always been. He can scream hoax until he's red in his orange face, but no amount of deflections or Fox spin can erase his obvious guilt. But will we ever know how deep his guilt runs? That remains to be seen. Meanwhile, I'm Dan. Thanks for watching. Please leave your thoughts with a comment below, and let's continue to occupy democracy together.
I hate Occupy Democrats.